So the Galax RTX 4070 is a great graphics card. There is a couple of cons that I want to mention with this thing, but first let's go over the pros. The 4070 and the 4070 Ti are probably my favorite graphics cards of the 40 series GPU lineup. Yes, the 4090 is way better, but the 4070 and the 4070 Ti for gaming specifically, and it performs much better than you would expect because of the way that NVIDIA designed the 40 series cards. So it might be a mid-range graphics card, but the way NVIDIA designed this, the amount of AI features that NVIDIA has now makes this graphics card perform much better than what you would think by just looking at the numbers. The second thing that I really like about this is that it's an AI feature. It supports DLSS 3.0 and ray tracing, and it does a great job at that for a mid-range GPU. Forgot to say to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment.
I hate saying it just as much as you probably hate me saying it, but if I do not say it, like 1% of you will actually do it.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Third thing is it just looks cool. So now let's go over some cons about this 4070. One, you need Galax's Xtreme tuning application in order to change the RGB on this graphics card. I don't think that I need to explain how annoying and frustrating this is from somebody that probably ends up getting one of these and reads the manual, goes over to the Galax website, and cannot figure out which program to install on their computer in order to get the lights and fans working on their graphics card. If you can't figure that out, it's because you're using one of the older programs from Galax and they have not updated their website yet. So the application that you need in order to do this is the Xtreme tuning application. So there you go. For those of you that are running into problems not being able to change your lights, it's because they haven't updated their website yet. So my reason in bringing that up and saying that that's a con is because it's getting a little obnoxious and ridiculous, the amount of RGB applications that we all need nowadays. If you get Corsair RAM, you need Corsair's application. If you get a Asus motherboard, you need Asus's motherboard application. If you get a Galax graphics card, you need Galax's application. If I think you guys understand where I'm getting at with this. You should just be able to install one application. Like, just as an example, it's an Asus motherboard. So I should be able to control everything with the Asus application because it is an Asus motherboard controlling all the other components inside of the computer. So either way, there's just a very little nitpicky thing that I have here. The second con is that I don't understand why this has a normal PCI power adapter for the actual graphics card. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a con, but it just doesn't make sense to me how a graphics card with a little bit of extra horsepower there because of the lights. Yes, I know it's not much, but there is a little bit of extra horsepower there. You know what I mean? So most 4070 and 4070 Ti computers that I have built for people, those use the new adapter there. I can't remember what it's called. It's newer. So the newer adapter for like the 4090, the 4080, the 4070 Ti, and to be honest, this is the only 4070 that I've used that uses a normal PCIe, which is great because if you have some extra white power extension cables laying around, it's very easy to do that. You're not going to have to go over to Amazon and grab one of the new 40 series white adapters in order to theme your computer here. So yeah, overall, it's a great graphics card. It performs the same way as all the other 4070s and 4070 Ti's. It looks very cool. Really, when it comes down to buying a different graphics card, as far as third-party graphics cards go, most of them all perform the same. Asus, Gigabyte, etc. They all perform pretty much the same. So it does what it's supposed to. It looks really cool, especially in the height case because of the lights on the actual graphics card. But yeah, I recommend this thing.